Money. It's so funny. In a privileged world. Yep, Ezra Miller is back in the news again. I know you haven't heard about Ezra Miller in a while. I haven't heard about Ezra Miller in a while. Probably laying low, but now, remember that whole debacle I covered a while back with, he was getting sued because these people would say that he was grooming their daughter and all this craziness behind it. Well, yeah, it turns out that the father has dropped the petition because I'm sure no money at all was passed there. None at all. Yep, everything was completely above board. Everything. You can't see my face, but believe me, I'm rolling my eyes so very hard right now. Let's dive into this. And I'll even go over some of the crazies that happened beforehand. Yeah. So this is what I'm bumbling into comics here. Ezra Miller, accuser who said the Flash star groomed his daughter, has dropped petition and filing. Yep. No, the cent was spent there. I am completely sure of that. Completely sure. Since the Flash bombed, star Ezra Miller has kept a low profile and seemingly moved on from Hollywood and scandals. Oddly enough, the actor isn't the only one. And boy, did the Flash ever bomb, I tell you. Chase Ionized, who accused Miller of grooming and brainwashing his daughter Tokata from the time she was 12, has withdrawn court filings against the actor. I wonder why. This is what he had to say. When you live your life under a public, tribal, and non-tribal microscope of critique, sometimes it seems it's only the critique that makes its way through. The activist and attorney wrote in an Instagram post, I want to offer this on the drama 3 years ago when I filed the petition and claimed that Ezra appeared to have groomed Tokata. Yes, I am sure nothing happened at all. Ionized said he based his filing and concerns on faulty testimony. Boy, his post continued, I made that statement in my pleading in a time of absolute war, based on information from a witness who then recanted and said nothing happened that they could infer anything inappropriate from. Thus, I immediately withdrew the court filings. Now he supports his daughter and her connection with Miller. So you was previously accusing the man of terrible things. His daughter and all was saying a bunch of nonsense, but now he completely supports it. Of course, the actor and Tokata Ionized performed together in a band called 100 in the Hand. Yeah, not a cent was passed at all. I don't feel like I owe an explanation, but after we hosted a party in Santa Fe, we received some feedback, said Chase Ionized. Now we are doing our level best to move on, to reconcile, to heal, while remaining supportive as a father as long as Tokata's good were good. He added, these are real people living real lives, and once you're in that fire where there is no anonymity, there is no safe space for you to retreat. That's a strange place, and it's not inevitable. It takes a lot to enter the fray again. Yeah, you could tell somebody wrote this for him. In court documents filed in Standing Rock Sioux Tribal Court, Chase Ionized and his wife Sarah Jumping Eagle claimed Miller had been manipulating and corrupting their daughter since they met in 2016, when Tokata Ionized was a preteen. Miller was suspected of taking a liking to the young Ionized and displayed cult-like behavior. Tokata Ionized countered these claims on social media in a statement accusing her parents of manipulation. I am now aware of the severity of emotional and psychological manipulation I was made to endure while in my parents' home. I am an adult and I deserve to feel authority in my own body. Yes, because this has nothing to do with Ezra Miller brainwashing this child at all. Nothing to do. Nothing that she has said there in that post sounds like anybody who's under the influence of some kind of cult-like behavior. Nah. The former DCU player triggered more controversy after being arrested in several cities for assault, harassment, theft, and erratic conduct. Body cam footage of one arrest in Hawaii showing Miller taunting officers went viral in 2022. Yeah, this is it here. Go check it out when you have time. Miller was also caught on video choke slamming a woman to the ground at an Icelandic establishment 2 years prior. The actor suffered no consequences from Warner Brothers for any of the incidents that was allowed to continue as The Flash, while his Fantastic Beasts co-star Johnny Depp was fired based on disputed allegations. Yeah, because that's what was happening. Now, just so we could actually take a little trip back in time as to when these allegations were coming out, so you understand exactly what was going on at the time, and you'll get my understanding of why this whole "I'm dropping this thing" sounds like a bunch of horse manure to me. But let's take a trip back down memory lane, shall we? The Flash star Ezra Miller, reportedly under delusion that they are Jesus, believes on marriage to a Native American spider goddess is supposed to bring about the apocalypse. Well, like I previously said when this nonsense first came to the forefront, on the off chance that that turns out to be true, yeah, you should probably stop that. Let's go over some of this, because I covered it before, but let's go over some of this again. According to a number of the actor's close associates, the rabbit hole of the Flash star Ezra Miller's recent run of troubling behavior goes even deeper than previously believed, as in addition to having supposedly grooming of a number of children and proved a personal disregard for the law, they also reportedly believe themselves to be the actual Jesus Christ. Yes, you heard that right. Ezra Miller believed he was Jesus Christ. I don't think he is, but Ezra Miller believed himself to be Jesus Christ. I shouldn't say I don't think. I am 1,000,000% sure he's not Jesus Christ. Let's continue on. Right, talk about the allegations here, right? Miller's almost 2 years spiral into super villainy were first reported, right, a lot of that, right? By speaking to more than a dozen people who crossed paths with Miller in recent years, some of whom worked closely or lived with the actor on the 95-acre farm in Vermont. Yes, his cult compound. Okay? As per their recollections, while these individuals, for the most part, believed Miller's troubles stem from unaddressed mental health issues, yeah, that's probably very true. Their understanding did not preclude them from recognizing the actor's continually devolving treatment of those close to them as wholly unhinged. Some of those interviewed by Vanity Fair claim that not only has Miller verbally and emotionally abused those around them, but that the actor has also taken to referring to, I'm not going to say himself, I'm not going to use the themselves anymore, himself alternately as Jesus and the devil. So he's referring to himself as Jesus and the devil. Yeah, that shouldn't worry anybody. That shouldn't have worried anybody at all. One source further said that this particular delusion was reinforced by Miller's role as DC's current cinematic Scarlet Speedster, with the actor drawing the comparison that the Flash is the one who brings the multiverses together just like Jesus. When did Jesus ever bring the multiverses together? Did I miss that part in the Bible? I don't believe I did. If I did, could somebody please let me know in the comments? Because I don't think I did. But, if I did, I'm sorry, but I don't think I did. I really don't think I don't remember any part in the Bible where Jesus brought the multiverses together. So, I'm confused. Yeah, so let me find the other part, man. Talk about the mental health thing and some of them with the parents' marriage ending and all of that nonsense. Let me get to the part I did to see. Right. However, according to another one of Miller's associates, the combination also included a significant ego stroking from a 55-year-old North Dakotan medicine man named Jasper Young Bear, who accompanied the actor to Iceland after having been contracted to serve as their personal spiritual advisor. Great. Bear was telling Ezra that he wasn't a part of the movement, he was the movement, that he was the next Messiah, and that the Freemasons were sending demons out to kill him. Who also noted that the source also noted that he sometimes uses male pronouns for Miller because the actor does not harp on their non-binary identity being acknowledged while in private conversation. So he was getting spiritual advice from a crazy man who was telling him that he was the next Messiah and the Freemasons were sending demons out to kill him. So people had nothing else to do. And again here, this whole non-binary thing, as they stated here, that he was using male pronouns, like I think, because it's like I've said before, it's like this whole non-binary nonsense is just a bunch of made-up crap. They use it to push privilege. That's it. There is no such thing as non-binary. This is something somebody made up and people are just running with it now. That's all. He talked about the metaverse and the medicine and how they're the Messiah and what his work is here. They say their spiritual practice is to be among the people, which means party. So when in Iceland, he was out non-stop. His favorite were raves where he'd go on benders for 2 or 3 days at a time. Yeah, it sounds like a perfectly well put together individual. Amidst these missions, said another source, Miller would promise the world to a number of young people he met, enticing them to his side with such promises as, you're going to be in my band and I'm going to produce your album and you can run my music studio. Wait. You're going to be in my band? Let me go back a second here. I sure I heard something about a band. Where was it? Where was it? I know I heard something about, okay, here, yes, the guy who dropped his claim against Ezra Miller for the grooming thing, daughter Chase ionized, he says here that now he supports his daughter and her connection with Miller. The actor and Tokata Ionized performed together in a band called 100 in the Hand. Yes, so he was telling young people that, that you're going to be in my band and I'm going to produce your album and you can run my music studio. And now, Tokata is in this band and her father is saying, you know what, he never groomed her. We were mistaken. It's all good. Yeah, that doesn't sound creepy and wrong at all. Yeah, but whether they were visual artists, DJs, kids that were in college, or sometimes kids who might have been homeless, he would recruit them in a period of vulnerability and promise them all of these things, lamented the source. Yeah, that doesn't sound like grooming and cult-like behavior at all. Not at all. Yet, like with most things concerning the situation, Miller's call to spiritual service would not stop there. One source informed Vanity Fair that the actor had enveloped themselves in an apocalypse narrative involving Miller's current traveling companion, Tokata Ionized. To this, the young woman who came to public attention after her parents requested a protective order against the Justice League star on the grounds that they had the girl that he had groomed their daughter with a variety of cult-like behavior beginning at the age of 12. Yes. And now she's in a band with him. That's sensible. This is what Ezra Miller going around saying. Ezra is Jesus and Tokata's an apocalyptic Native American spider goddess, and their union is supposed to bring about the apocalypse. And that's the real reason everyone is so opposed to them being together. So yes, here we have it. Ezra Miller believes he's Jesus, or at least he did, and that Tokata is an apocalyptic Native American spider goddess, and their union is supposed to bring about the apocalypse. So you should probably keep those two people apart, but don't worry. No, she's in a band with him. Yeah, that's perfectly normal behavior right there. So yep, the claim has been dropped. Ezra Miller is back to doing what Ezra Miller does. The same girl that he was allegedly grooming is now in a band with him, and he believed that he was Jesus Christ at one point, and she was an apocalyptic Native American spider goddess, and them being together would bring about the end of the world. But now they're in a band. It's all pray to God that they don't ever decide to perform We Didn't Start the Fire. Let me know your thoughts on this in another comment. The comments, if you like the video, should hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell. Be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.